Hi, my name is Dana Beck. Welcome to my YouTube video. And today, what I'd like to share with you, something that I've been thinking about a lot recently, about being passionate about what you do. Be passionate about what you do. And, there's and a great example is today, there are thousands upon thousands of people who are expressing their enthusiasm, their passion about something that they are very, very important. It's very important to them. We see it on the news all the time. We see it on social media all the time. All these individuals marching in the streets, protesting about things that again, topics that are passionate to them. And this is not a political video, but all I'm going to say about this is that this is their constitutional right to gather peacefully like this and protest things that, again, that they feel are injustices, that they, again, topics and subjects that they are interested in, that they're enthusiastic about, that they are passionate about. And it goes on both sides of the aisle, whether you're a liberal or a Democrat or a conservative or Republican, it doesn't make a difference. There are people on both sides of the aisle that are passionate about certain things, that are passionate about certain, I guess, social things that, again, that they're very, very excited, enthused, and passionate about. And so, um, and this is really an important topic because in your business now, if you've got an online business, say for instance, or a brick and mortar store, or if you just work a simple 9 to 5 job, which is fine, you need to have passion in that. You need to have that enthusiasm, that excitement, and again, that drive. And what gives you the energy to get up every morning and say, I can't wait to start my day? Well, it's that passion, that excitement, that enthusiasm about what you do. Whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you've got an online business, a brick and mortar store, or you work a 9 to 5 job, or you provide a service, or whatever the case might be, you've got to be passionate about what you do. And you and I both know that there are millions upon millions of people out there who get up every morning who hate their job, and they go to work, they do their job, they come home, they're exhausted because they don't have that excitement, they don't have that enthusiasm, they don't have that passion about what they do. So they come home, they kick the dog, and they crack open a beer, and they eat their dinner, and they sit there, watch television until 11 o'clock and fall asleep, and get up the next morning and do it all over again. Where's the passion? Where's the excitement? Where is that enthusiasm for life? Well, it's not there because, again, they're not enthusiastic. They're not passionate about what they do. So that's why it is so vitally important for you to be passionate about what you do. Have that enthusiasm, have that excitement, have that vibrancy about what you do. Now, supposing you're in a situation where, even if you are an entrepreneur and own your own business, or you own your own brick and mortar store, what happens if somehow that passion has waned, that excitement really isn't there anymore, that enthusiasm, that you don't look forward to starting your day because you don't like what you're doing, or again, that passion has kind of like dwindled out, or it's no longer a roaring fire, it's a little candle. Well, how do you get it back? How do you get that excitement? How do you get that enthusiasm back into your life, into your business, or into whatever it is
You've
you
got
do?
mail.
How do you get it? Well, there's a couple of keys that I want to share with you today on how to get that enthusiasm, that excitement, that vibrancy, that passion back into your life and into your business and into what you do. Well, the first key is know what is your why. Now, I've shared a number of YouTube videos on your why, and your why is really, really important. And your why has to be unique to you. It can't be, well, Dana, he's got a great why. I'll do that. No, no, it's got to be your why. It's got to be why, why you do what you do. And I'll talk about more of that, in a moment. So first and foremost, it's got to be what why are you doing what you're doing? What is your why? And that's got to be crystal clear. It can't be this foggy kind of, well, I got my why because I don't know, because I want to make a lot of money. No, that's not going to cut it. Your why has got to be something that's passionate to you, something you're excited about, something that, this is what drives you to do what you do every single day. So what's the second point? The second one is your vision. You've got to be able to crystal clear see what is it, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Where do you see yourself in a week, in a month, in a year, in 5 years, in 10 years? Where do you want to be? And that vision also has got to be crystal clear. Where do you want to be? Again, in years down the road. What do you want to do? What do you want to accomplish? Where are you going? That's got to be very crystal clear as well. Your vision on what you want to, what you want to accomplish in your life. So, and again, like I mentioned a moment ago, um, people are very, right, especially right now, and you see it in the news all the time. People are very passionate. They're very enthusiastic about things that they believe in that are important to them. And for some individuals, that's why they get up in the morning, because they want to go out and make their message known. And they protest peacefully, but they protest because they don't agree with a certain social incident or whatever the case might be. But again, they have that excitement, they have that passion for what they believe in. So, I mentioned a moment ago, how can you regain that enthusiasm, that excitement? What will affect your enthusiasm, your passion, your excitement? Well, I want to talk about a couple of things that will affect both positively and negatively on your viewpoint on life, on your passion. And that passion starts here in the mind. Passion is not due to your job, your business. No, it starts in here. It's an internal thing. It starts in the mind. So how do you, again, rekindle that passion that maybe has kind of waned a little bit, that has kind of gone down a little bit? Well, one of the things to pay attention to is, what books do you read? And Earl Nightingale said in his famous recording, The Strangest Secret in the World, we become what we think about. Well, we think about what we expose ourselves to. First and foremost, what books do you read? What magazines do you read? What websites do you spend a lot of time on? That will have a direct impact on your passion, on your excitement, on your vibrancy, and how you look at your life, how you look at what you're doing and where you are. So the first key is, what books do you read? Now, this is not a book review, but here's a number of books. I've read them all, and I've gone back and I've reread many of them numerous times. And these are some great books. Now, there are hundreds upon hundreds of other books out there that you can read, but this is a collection of books that I have read that you might have read before too, and you don't read it just once. Go back and reread a lot of these books, because you know what's interesting? The second time you go through reading that book, you'll pick up aha moments. It happens to me all the time. So what books do you read? That is one key in how to rekindle that passion, that excitement, that vibrancy for what you do. What's another thing? Well, what television shows do you watch? Now, I don't watch a lot of television, but I'm extremely selective over what television shows I watch. Why? Because what you watch on television is going to affect this. It's going to affect this, and this will affect your enthusiasm, your passion, your excitement, your vibrancy, and it will affect you, very dramatically. So what so what television shows do you watch? That's another thing. And then also, oh my gosh, this is a big one, especially now with what's going on, in the United States and around the world. I'm in the United States, as you should probably know. But what's happening in our, in the United States and around the world? How much time do you spend watching the news? I did a little experiment about a month or two ago, and because I was finding myself, very short-tempered, irritable, anxious a lot, and I thought about it, like, oh my gosh, I'm watching the news 2 or 3 hours every night. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ah! Put the brakes on that. So what I did was I stopped watching the news completely, whether, and whether it's CNN or MSNBC or Fox News or whatever news program you watch. I just cut them all out. I completely stopped watching the news completely. And trust me, If you stop watching the news and if something major happens, you'll find out about it. If you spend any time, on Facebook or YouTube or in your emails, trust me, you'll find out about it. So I stopped watching the news, and oh my gosh, lo and behold, the whole world around me changed. No, this is what changed. This is what changed. And I started getting my stride back again, so to speak. And I found myself not being so irritable, not being so short-tempered, and it really had a major impact on me. So the first, so another key is, again, what books do you read? What television shows do you watch? And are you, how much time do you spend watching the news? That's a big key. But one thing to consider, one thing to think about, and I mentioned this a few minutes ago. One way to really, I guess, supercharge your enthusiasm, supercharge your passion for what you do. How do you rekindle that? How do you get the engine started again? Well, and I mentioned it a few moments ago, a big key is your why. That's really, and I would say that's probably the biggest thing that will help you to rekindle your enthusiasm, to rekindle your passion, to rekindle that excitement and vibrancy in your life. Understanding, being clear on your why. Maybe now, if you've got your own business, and why are you in business? Why are you looking to earn X amount of money? Well, maybe it's because you want to take care of your family, or maybe it's because you want to save enough money to go to college and get your degree, or perhaps you want to take care of your mom and your dad and your family and so forth. Maybe that's another thing. Or perhaps you want to buy a beautiful house someday, for your family or for your parents or whatever. Or perhaps you want to get to the point where you have a successful business, and then you can again be in a position to where you can talk at seminars and be a motivational speaker and to help others with their why, or help others achieve their goals. But again, your why, it can be, and it's unique to you, and it can be anything at all, but something that drives you, something that you're passionate about, something that moves you, something that encourages you, and that gives you something to get up for in the morning, that excitement that can, be in your heart and mind. It really, really is focused in on your why. Your why is a big key. So, these are some of the things that I was thinking about, and these are some of the keys that will help you to be passionate about life, about your business, about what you do. And really quick recap is: number one, know and be really clear on your why. Why do you do what you do? Number two, make sure you have that clear, crystal clear vision. Where do you want to be next week, next month, in a year, 5 years, 10 years? Where do you want to be? Where are you going? Have your vision really, really clear. And then pay attention to the books that you read, the magazines that you read, the websites you spend time on, and also pay attention to what television shows you watch. How much news are you watching? Really monitor that and be aware of that. And all of these things contribute and help in, again, building that passion and restarting that passion if it's dwindled a little bit. And again, the biggest key of all, though, out of all of this, the biggest takeaway is be very, very clear on your why. Why do you do what you do? So hopefully you got value out of this video. If you did, please leave a comment. I really do enjoy reading your comments. And if you if you did like this video, please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's over here. Here we go. You'll see a subscribe button sort of similar like this. Down here in the bottom right hand corner. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so very, very much for watching. And again, get that passion. Put that passion into what it is you do, and you'll see your life change, maybe in some cases, maybe even overnight. But get that passion into what you do, and you'll see a major difference. Thank you so very, very much for watching. Have a fabulous day, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much, and you take care now. Bye-bye.